This case is horrible. And I mean, I know he says he's pleading to a one-time penetration, but from reading this.
He didn't say that. I said it because I was just talking about the legal issues with that. So,
but I mean, having a child having her brother lick his butt.
That was something that I think was determined that did not happen.
Well, she says that he asked her to lick his butt.
That's a different one. Yes.
What is wrong with you?
Well, Your Honor, I'm not trying to beat around the bush. She was showing me her crotch, and
you got turned on.
No, I didn't. I'm telling you, I'm not physically well, I did get turned on, but not. Well, after a while, she just kept doing that. Tell her not. You know what I mean?
You're blaming a 6-year-old?
I'm not blaming my 6-year-old.
My client was sexually abused when he was a child.
How old is he now?
He's 35 years old now. But the trauma that he suffered as a child has definitely surfaced in a way that is abhorrent. It's in a way that is obviously it's not good. And that's why we are here.
So again, we go back to the point. What were you thinking?
Yeah, I can just say sorry, but the only thing I can tell you is that I I try not to hurt. You know what I mean?
Wait, are you saying that you were molesting her, and as you were molesting her, you were molesting her in such a way because you didn't want her to hurt her?
No, I asked her, you put this in your mouth. That's it. And she said no. I said, that's fine. Okay, that's it.
No, this is a penetration.
Your Honor, if what he has pled to is, and what he confessed to is by penetrating the anus with his finger. Mm-hmm. And he had told the police when they asked him that he told the police that he did that. At the time, which is another thing. He was honest with the police. He told them what he did. And at this point, we're asking for this because we have agreed early on not to leave this on a docket, not to go through the process, not to have his daughter have to come in and, as the prosecutor said, be traumatized by this, have to come in and talk to prosecutors, have to get the phone call from the DA's office. They want it done. They're going through a divorce. He's never going to have custody of these children. He's lost basically everything, including the country where he grew up, and he's going to lose his freedom for up to 15 years, and for a minimum of 7.5. But as the court knows, parole doesn't happen like that for these cases. They're doing 75-85% of their time, and so he's lost his freedom for more than a decade. He has done a horrible thing, and there's nothing that he can say right now that can explain that. I think the court's questions of him, how he has confessed to you, and now that he has done it. And
no, he pled no contest.
He pled no contest because I advised it because there's a civil case going on, but that's a legal advice that he was getting from his lawyer.
Yeah. So, I mean, I understand, but he pled no contest. So again, we're back to what were you thinking? Because I'm trying to figure out where you're coming from to figure out whether I should follow this plea or not.
Sorry, Your Honor, I didn't do it. I didn't do it to hurt my daughter. I tried. I'm begging and telling you, please. I'm telling you, please. I'm not trying to force my hand in her vagina or in her ass. I basically grabbed her and I put my finger where it shouldn't be. That's it. I can't. I don't know how to explain.
No, so the way you're explaining it to me, you're making it seem like it was an accident.
No, it wasn't
So was it an accident or not? Because you're telling me you just grabbed her and you're making it seem like your finger just accidentally penetrated the anus.
The thing is, I just don't know what she wants. She's spreading her legs at me. What do you want me to do? And she's spreading her whole vagina at me, at least 4 or 5 times. Dropping her pants, literally. It's not like I'm telling you my actions were right.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out where you are mentally, and yes.
So if I grab my daughter's butt and I throw her on the bed and I didn't forcefully sleep.
Your Honor, at the time he told police officers that he had put his finger inside of her anus.
So it wasn't accidental. Am I right in assuming that?
He did not tell the police officers it was accidental. I don't think that he's trying to communicate that to the court. We want that. We are asking the court to follow this plea bargain. It is obvious that the man has sexual deviancy, and it's obvious. All of those things that we have for people who are charged and people who are convicted of this, all of those things we're doing here. He's going to the penitentiary. He's going to be a registered sex offender for the rest of his life. All of those things are what's happening in this situation for people who have this apparent or this abhorrent behavior. He's obviously injured this child, and he understands that. He's signing for 15 years to go to prison because of what he's done.
All right. So this is a life case, honestly. So State, you want to explain to me why the court should follow this 15 years?
Your Honor, this was done, having been in this position, I have seen these cases that languish for 4, 5, 6 years. And I had discussion with the mother, and the benefit of the child was to get this done, have no right to appeal, so the child could move on. It's up to the court's discretion. I'm happy to reconfer with defense counsel as well on this.
All right. If you all want to reconfer, the court would be willing to accept a plea of 20 years, not 15. If you all want to reconfer on that, you can.
Okay.
All right.
Your Honor, two things. I'm set in jury trial in County Court 13. They're starting to pick the jury now.
Oh, tell them you're in felony court. I'll call County Court 13.
It's Judge Skinner. It's County Court 13 impact.
I'll call them. So if you all want to confer and see if he's willing to accept 20 years.
I can't talk to my client about something like this in the matter of.
Okay, so Judge Boyd here, she wouldn't accept the 15-year sentence. Wanted to give him 20. He didn't want to take that, so they came back. Long story short, another judge or higher judge recused her from the case or the court on this case because ended up giving the guy 15 years because she made this she has this YouTube stream, and because she said at the first of this video that this is a horrible case. Because she said that, a Republican judge recused her from the case and let the dude have 15 years for raping his own daughter, 6 years old. Republicans are they project so goddamn much. This same judge who a few years ago gave a ex-police officer that kidnapped a 19-year-old woman and raped her, he gave that cop 14 months in prison. So there you go.